There is a report that has come out that flies in the face of every model railroad doomsayer's narrative. Over the past several weeks, I have seen more and more coverage of this report that is throwing around some numbers that frankly surprised me. Model railroading is growing more than anyone thought. Now, I had a feeling about this based on the community that the hobby is growing, but this is some seriously concrete evidence. So pour yourself a cup of coffee because we're getting into this. I also have a feeling that this report may set my comment section on fire. So welcome to Coffee and Trains. If you want to tell me what kind of coffee you are drinking and be featured just like these guys right here, you can do that in the comments below. And who knows, you might see your name pop up on an episode of Coffee and Trains. Also, a big thank you to Trains, that's with a Z.com, for supporting this video. You can use the promo code JimmyDIY at checkout, and you can get a discount of $10 off your order of $50 or more. You can check out that at the link in the description. Cheers, guys. I initially came across this report from a TikTok by trainbid.com. YouTube channel, The Model Railroad Show, also has done a great video on this where he draws some parallels on what companies like Harley Davidson have done. That's linked right up here. You can check that out. I highly recommend that channel, by the way. Several reports have actually come out from places like Business Research Insights and Market Intello and a few others. These reports project the global model railroad market will grow by over $1 billion with a B billion dollars by 2035. Business Research being the more conservative with valuation of the current market at 1.37 billion growing to 2.56 billion, and Market Intello having the current market valued at actually 2.5 billion growing to 3.5 billion by 2033. Now this is all due to a compounded annual growth rate projected between 5.8 and 7.2%, as well as the relative unknown value of the used and collector's market. That's where the wide variation in these reports comes from. Now, the number you should know is that model railroad spending per person has grown from an average of $670 per year in 2021 to $840 per year in 2025. Now, some of this can be tied to inflation. Prices have risen, and model railroading, while not completely tied to inflation, has risen some. This is also tied to the resurgence in hobbies as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The number of first-time model train purchasers jumped by 19% between 2020 and 2021. And there was a massive influx of new modelers between 2021 and 2023. Now, let's go over some of the analysis and projections. North America holds 34% of the market at roughly $615 million. That is the largest single player. Growth in this region is driven by a research of interest in the hobby from the millennial and Gen Z demographics. This is part of a larger resurgence of traditional hobbies by millennials and Gen Z. Now, Europe is a really close second with roughly 31.8% of the market, or 562 million. Now, the biggest growth market is projected to be the Asia-Pacific region. Now, this includes Japan, China, and Australia, and this currently has 25% of the market share and is forecast to grow the most at 7.2%. India is considered a growth market that currently stands at $18.2 million. Now, back to the percentages, Latin America has 5.4% of the market, and the Middle East and Africa have 3.6% of the market. Now, all of this actually tracks with things that I've seen in the community around my channel. I have seen a steady increase in the number of Australian viewers and commenters. I have also read numerous comments from viewers from places like Panama, Costa Rica, Brazil, and Argentina, and I actually got a comment from someone from Saudi Arabia the other week. HO scale remains the dominant scale globally with 38.6% of the market, or 694.8 million. And in scale is the fastest growing scale at 24.1% of the market and is particularly popular with city dwellers and people who are constrained by space. O scale is considered the collector's scale with 14.1% of the market. G scale represents 9.7% of the market, and all other scales represent 12.8% of the market. There are some notes from all of these reports. There is an unmet demand for products that cater to younger demographics and first time hobbyists. So think the entry level and mid tier products. So that's something to think about if you're a manufacturer. The biggest threat to model railroading is actually the contraction of retailers. This is the sad part. The US lost more than 340 model railroad retailers between 2010 and 2025, and this has partially been taken up by online retail, but not entirely recovered. Retailers and manufacturers also need to be focused on strong digital marketplace capabilities and efficient logistics. I should mention that the reduction in brick and mortar stores is not listed as a problem unique to model railroading. There's just been an overall contraction in brick and mortar retail. Here are some numbers from the manufacturers. 52.3% of the market is concentrated in five manufacturers, with Bachmann being the top, Markland, Hornby, Atlas, and Kato being the other four. Now, keep in mind that some brands are owned by other companies. For example, Athearn is owned by Horizon Hobby. The main limiting factor in increasing competition is the upfront investment of products, with the cost of bringing a new locomotive to market being between $250,000 and $800,000. Yikes. This has led to the remainder of the market being dominated by small cottage industries that use alternative manufacturing methods. Think 3D printing, laser cutting, and then custom building as well. Now, one major disruptor with all the manufacturers that was noted in the report I was reading in the North American market is scale trains. And this is because they're the first ones really to go hard at a factory direct business model. And it seems to be working because it's disrupting the market. So, what is driving all of this growth? Well, the biggest single portion of growth is being driven by hobbyists at 49.2% of the entire share of model railroaders. This is particularly due to the resurgence of the 25 to 40 demographic in model railroading. That's millennials and Gen Z. So there was a lowering, a massive lowering in this demographic in the past, and now it is coming back. So the younger folks are coming back to the hobby, and it really depends on at what point they get some disposable income that they can spend on hobbies. And when they get to that point, you see them start to spend on model railroading. So it's not an interest issue, it's simply a money issue. But the 25 to 40 demographic, which actually I'm a part of, is coming back to the hobby. Now, by the way, I've been saying hobbyist. Hobbyist is defined as one who actively purchases, operates, and builds model railroads as a recreational activity. The second biggest segment was collecting and was heavily dominated by O scale, which makes sense if you know the hobby, at 28.6%. So what does this all mean? It means that model railroading is experiencing a new renaissance right now, and it's all part of this dramatic return of more traditional hobbies. So this surge is not just happening in model railroading. It's happening in all sorts of different, more traditional hobbies that people thought may have been going away for a while that are coming back because people are remembering that they enjoy them or they're discovering them for the first time. Now, I could personally speculate as to why that is, but I'm not going to do that. That would just be speculation. I'm not a professional that can give you an accurate opinion on that. But this report also does lend some validity to the feeling that people may have that the hobby is dying when they see stores closing, because it does acknowledge that. But due to online retail, the hobby still has a marketplace and is clearly primed for more growth. So the brick and mortar part of the hobby is shrinking, which is something very sad to me because I grew up going to hobby shops, and there are a lot that I've seen close, including one of my favorites up in Spencer, North Carolina, the little Choo Choo shop. But the pendulum has completely swung back in the other direction in terms of hobbies, which is really cool. Hobbies and niches are cool, and model railroading is riding that big wave into the future. Now, I'm almost afraid to ask this, but let me know what you think in the comments and don't get too crazy in there. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, be happy that the hobby's growing, and happy railroading.